Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you could save your wallet and your pantry. If you've been ignoring the news, here's the cold, hard truth. Inflation is spiraling out of control. Global crop failures? Worse than we've seen in years. Extreme weather is hammering the world's top farming regions, and guess who's going to pay the price? You at checkout. And it's not just some slight increase you'll barely notice. Essentials are about to punch your budget in the face. You stroll into the grocery store now, and yeah, the shelves look full. But don't be fooled. That box of cereal, the gallon of milk, the pasta you grab without thinking, all of it is creeping up in price. Whether it's supply chain chaos, drought, or just plain economics, the trend is clear, and it's ugly. I'm here to hit you with some harsh but necessary advice. Certain foods are about to become downright unaffordable, or worse, unavailable. If you don't act now, you could be stuck paying double or hunting down substitutes that don't even cut it. Stick with me, because today I'm breaking down 12 grocery items you need to buy before their prices explode. These are staples, the real MVPs of your kitchen. And trust me, you don't want to wait until it's too late. Oh, and before we jump in, hit that subscribe button. If you like saving money and staying ahead of the chaos, this is the channel for you. Let's not waste any more time, your grocery bill is already ticking up. Number 1, cooking oil. America, brace yourselves, your trusty bottle of cooking oil is on the verge of becoming a luxury item. Yes, you heard that right. Cooking oil, the backbone of almost every meal you prepare, from frying your eggs in the morning to baking those cookies you love, is about to get real expensive. And no, this isn't just some minor price adjustment, it's a full-on crisis. Why? Severe droughts in major palm oil-producing countries like Indonesia and Malaysia have decimated crops, slashing yields by nearly 30%. That's a massive hit to the global supply chain. You think switching to another oil is the golden ticket? Wrong. Sunflower and canola oil are caught in their own nightmare thanks to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and Russia, two countries that produce a significant chunk of the world's supply. These oils are becoming as rare as gold, and with demand skyrocketing, prices are following suit. What you've seen so far, those 15% price hikes in stores. That's just the beginning. Financial experts are already warning that costs could jump another 25% by the end of the year. Think you'll still find your go-to brands like Crisco or Wesson on the shelves? Sure, but prepare for major sticker shock. Every bottle is going to feel like you're buying liquid gold, not a kitchen staple. And it's not just about convenience. Cooking oil is key to keeping your body healthy. It's a vital source of essential fats, helping you absorb vitamins like a D, E, and K. For families already struggling to make ends meet, losing access to something so basic could be disastrous. The bottom line? Stock up now while you can still afford it. Buy in bulk. Buy the store brand version. Just buy it. Because in a few months you might be staring at empty shelves or worse, prices that make you want to swear off frying anything forever. This is not a drill. Cooking oil is more than an ingredient, it's your lifeline, and it's time to take it seriously. 2 oats, from pantry staple to pricey splurge. Oats have long been a go-to for cheap, healthy eats. Whether you're stirring them into oatmeal, blending them into smoothies, or baking them into muffins, oats have been the unsung hero of the kitchen. They're packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients like vitamin B1, iron, and magnesium, a true nutritional powerhouse for just a few bucks. But don't get too comfortable with those prices, because bad news is looming. Canada, the top supplier of oats to the US, is in serious trouble. Extreme weather, a cruel combination of record-breaking droughts and unexpected frosts, has slashed oat production by a whopping 30%. That's right, nearly 1/3 of the supply has been wiped out, and the ripple effects are hitting shelves as we speak. Prices have already jumped 15%, yes. You're already paying more without even realizing it, and experts are saying that by December, we could see another 20% hike. Oats, your budget-friendly breakfast buddy, might soon become yet another overpriced luxury item. Brands like Quaker and Bob's Red Mill are still around for now, but let's face it, this is probably not going to last. If oats are a staple in your kitchen, it's time to stop waiting and start acting. Stock up before prices climb even higher, because trust us, they will. The days of oats being one of the cheapest items in the grocery store might be ending faster than you think. Don't be the one staring at price tags 3 months from now wishing you'd bought more while you still could. 3 spices, from everyday essentials to pricey luxuries. Listen up, your spice rack is about to become its own little collection of expensive treasures. Spices like black pepper, cinnamon, turmeric, and vanilla aren't just flavor amplifiers, they're about to become items you might seriously start rationing. Why? Because extreme weather is wreaking havoc on crops in countries like India, Vietnam, and Madagascar. where many of our favorite spices are grown. Floods, droughts, and unpredictable weather patterns are obliterating harvests faster than anyone can keep up. Here's the harsh reality: this year alone, India has lost nearly 25% of its spice yields. 25%. Add to that skyrocketing production costs, and what do you get? Prices that have already spiked 20%, and experts are dropping the bomb that another 15% increase is coming. You're about to start feeling the pinch literally every time you reach for that black pepper shaker. This isn't just about taste, though. Spices are nutritional powerhouses. They're loaded with antioxidants, have incredible anti-inflammatory effects, and surprise, they can also help boost your immunity. Plus, they're one of the oldest methods for preserving perishable food. But at the rate things are going, using spices might feel more like accessing your secret stash rather than a normal part of cooking. Big brands like McCormick and Simply Organic are still holding spots on grocery store shelves for now. But those rising costs? Yeah, they're being passed straight to you. Stock up now, because soon even the smallest jar of vanilla or turmeric could be priced like liquid gold. Think this is an exaggeration? It's not. With the way things are spiraling, a teaspoon of cinnamon in your oatmeal might end up feeling like a luxury reserved for the rich. Don't say we didn't warn you. Number 4, canned tuna. If canned tuna isn't already in your pantry, now's the time to rethink your grocery game. This isn't just some boring sandwich filler, it's an underrated powerhouse that combines high-quality lean protein with long shelf life. But here's the problem: tuna is becoming harder to find and way more expensive. Thanks to overfishing, rising ocean temperatures, and increasing pollution, tuna populations are being wiped out faster than they can regenerate. The fishing industry is struggling, and guess what? You're going to feel it in your wallet. Major tuna producers, including those in Japan and the Pacific Islands, are ringing alarm bells. They're seeing a drop in fish stocks as high as 25%, and the cost of canned tuna is rising faster than we've ever seen before. Just in the past year, prices have already jumped a whopping 10%, and experts predict they'll climb another 15 to 20% before the year ends. You think brands like Bumblebee and Starkist are affordable now? Get ready for some serious sticker shock in the near future. Canned tuna is versatile. It's more than just a quick sandwich. It's an essential survival food. Packed with nutrients and boasting an almost too good to be true shelf life, it's the perfect option for stocking up before prices go through the roof. Whether you're prepping for emergencies, inflation, or just trying to stretch your budget, you need this in your pantry. Take this as your warning: canned tuna might not stay cheap for much longer. Once people start catching on, shelves will clear out, prices will surge, and you'll be left wishing you'd acted sooner. Don't wait until it costs an arm and a leg to add this versatile protein to your shopping cart. Stock up now. While you still can, future you will thank you. Number 5, pasta sauce. Pasta sauce might seem like an innocent, budget-friendly item sitting on your grocery store shelf, but it's about to burn a hole in your wallet. Trust me, this simple staple isn't something you want to overlook. Not only is it a quick fix for dinner, but it's also packed with nutrients: vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants like lycopene. But here's the bad news: those iconic jars of sauce, whether it's a name brand like Ragu or generic store labels, are about to get ridiculously expensive. And I mean ridiculously. Why? It all boils down to global agricultural disasters. Italy, the tomato-growing champion of the world, is in serious trouble. Severe droughts have torched their crops, cold snaps came out of nowhere, and labor shortages have left farmers unable to recover. They've suffered a 40% loss in tomato yields, and that directly hits the cost of pasta sauce. If you've already noticed a slight price hike, don't think it's stopping there. Prices have already jumped around 15%, and experts warn that number could easily climb another 20% by the time we hit December. The cost of fresh produce is spiraling out of control, and no one has time for that. Pasta sauce, once your go-to budget-friendly pantry item, is heading straight for luxury status. And here's the kicker: it's not just about convenience. This shelf-stable product is a lifesaver. It's a versatile base for soups, casseroles, pasta dishes, you name it. When things get tight and expensive, it becomes an absolute necessity for stretching meals while adding flavor and richness. Here's my advice: stockpile. Right now. If you don't want to spend double on a jar of sauce a few months from now, load up while you still can. Because soon, grabbing a bottle of pasta sauce might feel more like treating yourself to an overpriced splurge rather than a kitchen essential. Act fast, or pay later. 6. Stock up on canned fruit now before it's too late. Here's the deal: if you're not stocking up on canned fruit right now, you're setting yourself up for serious regret. Don't think of it as just a backup plan or a lazy snack option. Canned fruit is loaded with essential nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin A, potassium, and dietary fiber. These are the things your body needs to keep your immune system strong, your heart healthy, and your digestion on track, especially when times get tough and fresh produce isn't an option. Why am I yelling about this? Because there's a storm brewing, and no, I'm not being dramatic. Thanks to ruthless weather conditions in the Pacific Northwest and California, droughts, frosts, and blistering heat waves, over 1,000 acres of fruit orchards have been completely decimated. That's right, gone. And guess what? The ripple effect on prices is already happening. Here's the cold, hard truth. The price of canned fruit has already shot up by 15% in 2024, and get ready for it to climb another 20% by the end of the year. You think brands like Del Monte and Dole are going to stay affordable? Think again. This is inflation hitting your pantry, and it'll only get worse. When fresh fruit becomes a luxury or flat out disappears from shelves, canned fruit will be your saving grace. It's cheap for now, it lasts forever, and unlike fresh produce, you won't have to worry about wasting it when it starts to rot in your fruit bowl. Listen, this is not the time to procrastinate. Stock up on pears, peaches, pineapples, whatever you can find, and do it fast. When prices skyrocket, those little cans will feel like gold. Future you will present you for having the foresight to prepare while everybody else is left scrambling. Don't wait. Do it now. Number 7, vinegar. Vinegar might be sitting quietly in your pantry, but if you're overlooking it, you're making a massive mistake. This humble, everyday staple is quickly becoming a survival essential, and here's the blunt truth: its price is climbing fast, and it's only going to get worse. Recent data out of the European Union paints a grim picture. Italy and France, major producers of grapes and apples, have seen up to a 40% drop in their harvests. That's not just bad news, that's a full-blown agricultural disaster in the making. Why does this matter? Those grapes and apples are the backbone of many kinds of vinegar. Combine that with skyrocketing energy costs in Europe, which are driving up the price of everything from production to the glass bottles they're packaged in, and you've got the perfect storm. Prices on vinegar have already jumped 15%, and experts are forecasting another 20 to 30% increase by the end of the year. But let's talk about why this matters for you. Vinegar isn't just for cooking, though. Yes, it's great for that too. We're talking about the ultimate multi-purpose item here. White vinegar, balsamic, apple cider vinegar, they're all ridiculously useful. Pickling, preserving your food, cleaning, disinfecting, even treating minor wounds seriously. The uses are endless. If our global food supply keeps spiraling, you're going to want something that not only extends the life of what you have, but also helps you maintain basic hygiene and health when everything else gets too expensive or unavailable. Here's the harsh reality. If you don't start stocking up now, you're looking at paying luxury prices for a bottle of vinegar a year from now, if you can even get your hands on it. Big names like Bragg and Heinz might as well be gold-plated by the time this crisis really hits. Waiting is a losing game. Vinegar isn't flashy, but failing to see its value right now is a rookie mistake. Get ahead of the skyrocketing prices while you still can. 8 instant noodles are no longer the cheap comfort they used to be. Listen up, instant noodles, the legendary quick meal for broke students, busy parents, and just about anyone in need of an easy fix, are about to lose their status as a budget-friendly staple, if they haven't already. The prices for these curly, sodium-packed lifesavers are climbing faster than you can boil water. And no, this isn't just a blip on the radar. This could be the end of cheap noodles as we know it. Here's the deal. Global wheat production is in chaos. Severe weather is wrecking crop yields in big wheat-producing countries like China, and labor shortages are making matters worse. That wheat shortage doesn't just fix itself overnight, and when the supply chain stretches thin, products like instant noodles built on wheat get hit hard. Add in the constant global disruptions from political tensions and transportation issues, and guess what? The price hikes are here to stay. Some of the biggest noodle brands, like Nissin and Maruchan, have already raised their prices by 10% just this year. And it's not stopping there. Experts are practically yelling from the rooftops that we could see another 15 to 20% jump by the end of the year. Instant noodles are quietly shifting from a cheap, fill-you-up meal to just another inflated grocery item you shake your head at in disbelief. And it's not just about price, it's availability too. Noodles have a ridiculously long shelf life and are absolutely perfect for stockpiling when shelves start looking empty. The problem? If demand spikes because people are grabbing them before costs rise even more, don't be surprised if shortages hit empty noodle shelves for months. And trust me, when they do come back, you think switching to another. No more tossing a pack of ramen in your cart without a second thought. Those 4 for $1 deals? Gone. Instead, you're left debating if it's even worth the splurge. Here's the harsh truth: the time to act is now. Stock up before prices surge further, or worse, before shelves are wiped clean. Forget your usual assumptions. These noodles aren't the cheap heroes they once were. They're becoming a luxury. The longer you wait, the harder they'll hit your wallet. Instant noodles are no longer just a quick fix, they're a commodity. And if you're not ready for this price explosion, you'll regret it when it's already too late. 9. Peanut butter is about to get expensive. Here's why you should care. Peanut butter, the unsung hero of the American pantry, is under siege. You probably don't think twice about grabbing a jar during your weekly shopping trip. After all, it's cheap, packed with protein, and lasts forever. But if you're not paying attention, you could be caught off guard when this humble household staple suddenly feels like a luxury item. Here's the deal. Brutal weather conditions are wreaking havoc on peanut crops. Georgia and Alabama, 2 states responsible for more than half of the peanuts in the U.S. are facing crippling heat waves and relentless droughts. The result? A massive 20% slash in peanut production. This isn't a minor issue, it has nationwide ripple effects. Less supply means higher prices, and trust me, you'll feel it. If you usually reach for Jif, Skippy, or even the store brand peanut butter, you've probably already noticed the price creeping up. Retailers are squeezing customers with a 10% increase, and according to experts, we're staring down an additional 15% to 20% jump before the year is out. Yep, that $3 jar will climb up to $4, maybe more, and there's no sign of it stopping. And this isn't just about throwing a few extra bucks at the cash register. Peanut butter isn't some random luxury item. This is a crucial calorie-packed food for millions. It's not just a kid's lunchbox essential. It's a survivalist's best friend, featured in every emergency preparedness guide for a reason. Those jars pack protein, healthy fats, and long shelf life into one tidy package. If you're not already treating peanut butter like gold, it's time to wake up. Here's the blunt truth: it's going to get worse before it gets better. If peanut production keeps dropping, prices will keep climbing, and the shelves could start to look emptier. Don't wait until you're staring at an empty aisle or coughing up $5 a jar. The smart move? Stock up now. Toss a few extra jars in your cart on your next grocery run. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality. The price surge is already happening, and you don't want to be caught off guard. Peanut butter is pantry gold right now, and soon it might actually feel like you're paying its weight in gold. Don't be the person who wished they'd planned ahead, be the person with a stash of peanut butter that everyone else envies. You've been warned. 10. Honey, it's liquid gold, and it's slipping away. Honey isn't just a sweetener, it's a nutritional treasure trove. Packed with antioxidants, minerals, and powerful antibacterial properties, it's served humanity for centuries as both food and medicine. But here's the harsh reality: honey is quickly becoming harder to find and painfully expensive to buy. Why? Because bees, the tiny creatures who gift us this golden nectar, are dying off at an alarming rate. Over 40% of honeybee colonies are disappearing each year. That's not just a problem for honey, it's a disaster for crops, ecosystems, and our food supply. Regions like California and the Midwest, the heart of US, honey production, are struggling. Production has dropped by as much as 30%, leaving shelves emptier and prices climbing. What's to blame? A toxic cocktail of pesticides, habitat destruction, and, of course, climate change, which is wreaking havoc on bee populations worldwide. These issues aren't going away, and unfortunately, neither are the consequences. Think honey prices are bad now? It's only going to get worse. This year alone, costs have surged by 15%, and experts predict another 20% jump by the end of the year. That little jar of honey sitting in your pantry might soon cost more than your favorite luxury treats. Brands like Nature NAS and Sub are still available for now, but how long before they vanish, or their prices become outrageous? Why should you care? Because honey isn't just another sweetener, it's a survival tool. Honey has an incredibly long shelf life, we're talking years, even decades if stored properly. Its natural sugars provide a quick energy boost, and it's a natural healer. You can use honey to treat wounds, soothe sore throats, and support your immune system during tough times. This is why honey has earned its nickname, liquid gold. Consider this your wake-up call. Honey is on the verge of becoming a luxury item, and when that happens, you'll wish you stocked up. Grab a few jars now while they're still somewhat affordable. Because when prices double or the shelves go empty, you'll be glad you planned ahead. Don't say no one warned you. Honey is priceless, and the clock is ticking. Number 11. Canned tomatoes. Here's the deal: canned tomatoes might not seem like the most exciting item in your pantry, but don't underestimate their value. These little red powerhouses are loaded with nutrients like vitamins A and C, potassium. Think you'll still find your go-to brands like Crisco or Wesson on the shelves? Sure, but prepare for they're versatile too. Whether it's soups, sauces, stews, chili, or casseroles, canned tomatoes are the secret ingredient holding it all together. Skip out on stocking them, and your meals are going to feel pretty bland real fast. But here's the bad news: the canned tomato aisle is about to become a lot more expensive. California, which grows over 90% of America's tomatoes, is in hot water. Literally. Severe drought, water restrictions, and rising agricultural costs have hit tomato farmers hard. California's Water Resources Control Board has cut down water usage, slashing tomato yields by a whopping 40%. That's nearly half, and those ripple effects are landing straight in your grocery store. The prices? Brutal. Canned tomatoes have already gone up 20% this year, and they're on track to jump another 15% before the year's out. Brands like Hunt's and Muir Glen are still sitting on shelves for now. But it's only a matter of time before the shelves thin out and what's left carries a hefty price tag. Waiting until then is just throwing money away. And don't think fresh tomatoes are going to save you. With water shortages and rising costs, fresh tomatoes are becoming even more of a luxury. When winter rolls around and local tomatoes are out of the picture, forget it. Canned tomatoes will be your lifesavers, offering you the flavor, convenience, and nutrition you need without breaking the bank. Here's the blunt truth: if you don't act now and stock up, you're going to regret it. This isn't a maybe problem. Shortages are here, and things are only going to get worse. Load up your pantry with canned tomatoes while you still can. If the prices skyrocket or the shelves start going bare, you'll thank yourself later. You can't say you weren't warned. 12. Powdered milk. Powdered milk isn't just a backup option anymore, it's quickly becoming a pantry essential. Packed with protein, calcium, vitamin D, and B vitamins, this shelf-stable product can keep your family going strong when fresh milk is either unavailable or too expensive to justify. No refrigeration required, no worrying about spoilage. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, here's the catch: powdered milk is vanishing from shelves and prices are climbing faster than you can say supply chain crisis. Why is powdered milk suddenly a hot commodity? A recent fire at one of the largest dairy processing facilities in the Midwest has sent shockwaves through the industry. On top of that, farmers are already struggling with labor shortages, rising feed costs, and unpredictable weather. The result? Skyrocketing dairy prices across the board. Those neat tins of powdered milk you used to grab without a second thought? They're now costing 18% more, and experts warn we could see increases of 25 to 30% before the year is out. That's if you can even find them. Big brands like Nestle, Nido, and Carnation might still be sitting on the shelves today, but don't get too comfortable. Demand is exploding and supply can't catch up. At this rate, powdered milk is about to go from a convenient backup to a luxury item. If you've been shrugging it off, thinking you'll just grab some later, think again. Later may be too late. This isn't just about baking or camping trips anymore. Powdered milk is invaluable for emergency preparedness. Whether you're making soup, a simple casserole, or just keeping up with your daily nutrition, powdered milk can stretch your meals and keep your pantry stocked when fresh dairy is out of reach. It's a nutritional safety net in a time when traditional grocery budgets are being blown out of the water. The reality is simple: if you're serious about keeping your family fed without breaking the bank, now is the time to act. Stock up on powdered milk before prices spiral completely out of control and supply dwindles. Because when fresh milk becomes a luxury only the lucky can afford, powdered milk might just be the one thing that saves the day.